All right. If you guys are excited to hear from Kyle Ring tonight, make some noise. Let's go. Guys, for those of you stragglers walking around, find a seat. Let's get planted and let's get started, huh? Guys, welcome to week 4 of Grit Boot Camp. We're on week 4, right? Up until this point, we've now heard from, Doss, can we get it down a little bit more? We've now heard from Brock Grieve week 1. Make some noise if you heard that one. A little bit. Okay, Seeger week 2. Make some noise if you took some stuff from that one. All right. And then last week we had the greatest rookie of all time. If you were here last week and took something away, let's make some noise for Dallin Peterson, huh? Okay, guys, super stoked to hear from Kyle. Kyle's never trained at one of our company trainings before. He was at another company for a handful of years, made the switch this last year, and absolutely and totally balled out. I'm not going to talk about Dallin in a minute. I'm going to turn the time over to Brock Grieve, and we're going to let Brock introduce. We're going to let Brock introduce Kyle because that's who he's worked with, and we'll probably start doing that in weeks going forward, just so you guys can hear from someone who has been in the trenches with these guys that are training every single week. So, couple of announcements. First, if you are parked at the Holiday gas station, you're about to get towed, go move your car. If you're parked at the Holiday gas station, if you're up against the building, it's fine. If you're in the parking spots facing that way or in any of the parking spots or by the gas pumps, you will get towed. Go move your car ASAP before we get started. That would suck if anyone here got towed. You can park in any spots you see over here or across the street in the parking lot right across the street. Okay, guys, tomorrow, for those of you guys in our Golden Door Laboratory, we get to hear from Brock Grieve. So, again, you guys already heard from him in week 1 of Grit Boot Camp. If those of you who are in the Golden Door Laboratory, don't miss tomorrow. You're not going to want to miss it. Brock, I know he'll drop tons of sauce. So make sure you show up tomorrow at 3, both virtual and here at the building. Next week, at Grit Boot Camp week 5, we get to hear from Tyson Fotheringham, and he's going to make some noise for that guy, huh? If you're excited. That's another guy I know is absolutely going to drop bombs. I'm looking at you. Come on. He's going to talk more about negotiating, smoke screens, and objections. So a little bit about what Kyle's going to talk about, just more in depth. And guys, this is like, up until now, right, we've gone through the whole sales process through the close. So Brock, week 1, he trained on what? The intro. Seeger, week 2, he trained on what? The service or creating need and meeting need. Dallin last week trained on what? Programming, pricing. Now Kyle's going to talk about closing tonight. So we've gone through the entirety of the sales process, but we always say, guys, the sale doesn't start until you get the first no. So like these tonight and next Tuesday, these I promise will be some of the most impactful trainings that you can sit in on and learn from that will serve you throughout the entirety of the year. So don't miss Tyson next week. Come ready to learn. Guys, a lot of people have already completed Grit University. If you're here tonight and you've taken Grit U, make some noise. Come on. A lot of hands and a lot of hours went into putting that together. By way of announcement also, last Thursday and Friday, we just shot 2 more modules that will get put into Grit University here in about 2-3 weeks. We're going to go from Bamboo as a sales program to Rippling. So it's a different onboarding platform. You guys don't have to worry about anything. Your manager will reach out to you. It's going to be super smooth with us. But in that transition, we're going to switch from Thinkific, where Grit U is, also to Rippling. So that way it's all in the same place. It'll be a little bit smoother. It'll just go better. And so when we switch to Rippling this month, those other 2 modules, they include smoke screens, objections, and switchovers. That will go into it as well as a module about Grit expectations, how pay works, some simple stuff when it comes to pay and accountability. So watch for those modules. You'll hear about all of it, but it will be on the day that we switch to Rippling. Those of you guys who haven't taken Grit U yet, guys, get it done this week. There's literally an hour 10 of content, and then maybe 20 minutes of answering questions. Like, it's not hard. Like, cut out time for it. The reason I say that, guys, if you've taken Grit University, you'll have a very basic understanding of the pest control sales pitch, and you should have it memorized. So that way, when you come to this training on Tuesday, how do you think it could be different? Before taking Grit U and after, what do you think? What do you think? I'm not crazy, I promise. What do we think? How could it be different by taking Grit U and coming to these trainings on Tuesdays? How could that be helpful? You can relate it more. What were you going to say? Way more understanding of the game, right? Like, guys, it will give you a basic understanding, so that way when these guys come up here and, you know, drop sauce, there's actually weight behind it, and you know exactly what they're talking about with context. So if you haven't taken it this week, guys, get it done this week. Get it done ASAP. I promise it'll help. Okay, last thing. Guys, starting on February 23rd, it will run until March 21st. We have our Grit Growth Block. Okay, our Grit Growth Block is for anyone who's not doing spring block or out knocking right now, who has more than 2 fully onboarded recruits. You have to have 2 fully onboarded recruits to qualify for the Grit Growth Block. So those of you guys that are virtual, those of you guys that are in person, if you want, I believe it's 4 weeks. It runs from February 23rd till March 1st, and it's recruiting every day. It's recruiting every day. There's trainings every morning. There will be actionable things of how to go out and create leads or how to go find recruits. We'll be, you know, knocking on college dorms. We'll be at college campuses the last month pretty much leading up until the summer. So if you want to get on the Grit Growth Block, get with your manager. He'll help you get the link, but you have to have 2 fully onboarded, recruited reps to qualify to get on the block. Make sense? Okay, guys, with that being said, could not be more stoked to hear from Kyle tonight. And so we'll go ahead and turn the time over to Brock to introduce him. Let's get over for Brock Grieve.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, Brock. Didn't forget about the raffle. We're doing the raffle at the end. We also have a virtual raffle. That closed at 7 as well, but didn't mean to leave you hanging. We got dinner at the end, Jimmy John's, I believe, and then we also will do that raffle as soon as Kyle's done.
Cool. All right, guys. Raise your hand if you went to my training. Raise your hand. Okay. Keep your hand up if you've been practicing your pitch in the shower. Okay, let's go. Keep your hand up if you've been practicing like all the time and you feel like you can kind of do the pitch like mostly through. Rookies, put your hands down if you're a vet. Oh my gosh, there's like 3 hands. Okay, all right, have fun then this summer, have fun. The reason I wanted to tee it up like that is because Kyle here, and I'm so grateful that I get to introduce Kyle, but Kyle is gonna give advice that will only change your summer and give you results if you apply, okay? And 2 of you guys had your hand up from my training. So none of you guys are applying, so you might as well not even come to these. You're not gonna get anything out of it if you don't apply. It's my great honor to introduce Kyle. So Kyle hit us up 2 years ago, about a year and a half ago, and he was working at a company called Rio Marketing. I probably shouldn't drop that. I mean, Rio's kind of dead now without Kyle anyways. So, and Kyle had like a group of like 15, 16 guys that he just loved. And so like our first recruiting call is all about his people, his dogs. And he's like, hey, we got to go to the place that we're going to like succeed. Kyle sold like 100 to 150 as a rookie. He hit like 180 as a second year. He hit 240 as a third year. And now this last year, his first year working at the Grit, he went out and he sold 750 homes, over 750,000 in revenue, and he did it with 7% attrition, which is the lowest golden door probably in the country. And so Kyle, outside of like the guys that sold like over 800K, is actually the highest earning rep in the company, potentially in the country, on a golden door. He made more money than almost any other golden door that exists at this company or in the rest of the industry. And so the reason I want to call that out, guys, is Kyle went from 240 to 750 and making an absolute bag. And so he knows what it's like to be sitting where you are, right? Raise your hand if you sold between 0 and 250 accounts this last summer, or you haven't never sold before, right? That would apply to you as well. So it's like Kyle literally just did this. He went through the transformation and he knows what it takes. Kyle had rookies make over 100 grand in his program, so he knows what he's talking about, okay? He's potentially the future GOAT, probably the hottest up-and-coming leader. Let's make a big round of applause for Kyle Ring.
Hello? Let's say hi! Yo!
What are we gonna do with this?
Oh, okay. Fire song, by the way. Okay, so it's kind of funny, like, I don't know, it's just surreal to me. Like, less than a year ago, literally, I was sitting in that gym listening to Bo Barbin preach, and it was like, wow, can I do this thing? Like, I'm about to go out, sell, and I have really nothing, no resume to show for it, and I'm telling everyone I'm gonna go sell a golden door. But it's like, I don't know, the script changed. I'm now up here, it's crazy. But I've learned a lot in the last year, so hopefully if you take anything away from this training, it's like, apply it. And like, if you have questions, like, dude, make sure you're going to your managers and getting the advice you need, because there's like, I cannot give more advice than just like sitting down with the guy that has done it and like learn from them, okay? Because like, that is where the value is. It's not in like sitting in these trainings and like guessing out there on the doors. It's like being actionable and like learning, okay? So real briefly, everyone put your phones away because this is only for online. You guys have like less than 10 seconds to scan this. People out here, you don't scan this. This is for online only. So I'm gonna give them 10 seconds to scan this and then it's gone forever, okay? Perfect. All right, so we're into this thing. So we're going over racking and closing today, guys. Probably my favorite part of the pitch, minus like building up the service like Seeger did, and like, you know, teeing it up to make it a really easy deal, because this is just like a lot of fun when you get to the negotiation process and you know how to negotiate because you're gonna be on top, okay? So this is a little bit about me. So first and foremost, I've been in this industry for 4 years. 3 years at my last company. Best summer was 240K. Barely made 6 figures pretty much. So coming here and making what I made, it was life-changing. But this year I sold a golden door. Like Brock said, I only had 7% of my accounts cancel, so I got paid a lot. And like, let me tell you, getting paid is a lot more fun than saying you sold a golden door and not getting paid. So just like, it's fun to sell quality accounts, okay? And then, yeah, I sold 240 in my last company, 755 this year. And then I'm married to an absolute 10. This is my wife, Reagan, and our 3 dogs. Yeah, we're 2 Great Danes and Poodle, but dogs are like my world until my wife's, until future comes, yeah. So, takeaways from Dallin's training last week. I want to hand this out. Tell me what you guys learned from last week.
Knock off $100.
Yeah, $100 is law, guys. You start at $299 and then you can negotiate from there. What else? Who else has takeaways from last week?
Confusion kills deals, clarity makes deals.
Yeah, and I can't stress that point enough. Guys, do you think if 93% of my accounts stuck, do you think they knew what they were buying? Yes or no? Thank you. Okay, it's gonna be very interactive like that, okay? So guys, like, they need to know what they're buying. And I promise it's a lot more fun when they just buy right away, when they're not asking all the questions of like, is this a contract? Can I think about it because I'm still confused. I need a researcher. You're kind of sketchy. Like guys, if you just tell them straight up, they're probably gonna buy because they need it and they've listened to you for this long. I'm like, not even kidding, okay? So, great takeaways. Any other takeaways you felt were important? Vibes. If that's all you learned from last week, that's great. $100 off, and clarity creates deals. Okay, so believe it or not, this is actually a dating training. So this is no longer about closing, okay? Just dating, okay? So first question I have for you guys, somebody answer this. What is a close? Like, what is a close? All the way in the back. I'm gonna go here.
Asking for the deal.
Yeah, that's great. That's great. It's asking for the deal. So somebody explain to me, what is closing in dating? Who knows?
Asking for a date.
Yeah, guys, like asking for the date. So why do you guys think we close? Why do you think we close? Somebody answer this. Why? There you go. Someone shouted over here. It was Noah. He said they aren't going to say yes themselves. Guys, your wannabe boo thing is still on the market until you ask him to be your girlfriend, right? How many of you guys are still single? Yeah, lock in, gang. Lock in, okay? So your boo thing is on the market still. You need to close, okay? Nothing gets done. You don't get to go on the date. You don't get to take them out. You don't get them asked to be your girlfriend unless you close them on that, right? Can we get a yes? Yes, perfect. Thank you. Okay. So also, this reveals the objection. Okay. So when we are closing, we're trying to get information out of them. Okay. Like, she may be not interested because you're a gamer. But how do you know that? Because you've been asking. You asked for the deal. She can, like, give you the objection. Like, what's the concern? Okay. Like, she saw you on a date last week with another girl. We don't know. So it's like, guys, reveal the objection so you can move on in the deal. Okay. And this goes for the doors, guys. When you're closing, you're asking for the deal. You're able to actually get the information out of them, okay? So when in doubt, you just close. You literally just close. When you've lost direction, you just close the deal, okay? We're waiting. There we go. I'm going to go back, see if it'll switch. Okay, so how to close, guys, is always close right after price, okay? In Seattle, we called it lollipopping, okay? Someone from Seattle, can somebody tell me what lollipopping is?
Going over the service over and over.
Yeah, guys, when you get through the service, the last thing you want to do is just start talking again, or when you get done with price, the last thing you want to start doing is talking again about the service. Okay, like they aren't going to ever say yes. I've never had a person take my iPad and go, yep, sign me up, and start putting in their information. Never happened, never will happen, okay? So you need to ask for the deal and start closing. So, for example, from last week, I'm going to be like, yep, since we're here today, we're going to take $100 off because the truck's already here. Oh, sorry, not a good close. Give me a minute. Let me start over. So it's like, guys, I'm like saying, yeah, as far as pricing goes, I can knock $100 off since I'm here with the truck today. Normally, I charge an extra $50, so it's only $2.99. Normally, I charge $50 for the garage, but since I'm here today, I'm able to throw it in for free. Do you want the garage done too or just the house? I don't go back to, oh, by the way, the wasps, the spiders. Like, I am immediately closing. I go to the garage. I'm like, hey, I can throw this in for free. Do you want it? And it's right to the close, okay? So, does anyone know what ABC stands for in sales? Always be closing. Always ask for the deal, okay? And the reason that I say this is Parker Anderson brings this up, okay? When you are lost and you don't know where you're going, you just go to closing. It gives you guidance. It like puts you in the right direction. So if you get lost, you feel like you're lollipopping, lob the, you know what, actually, yeah, dude, we'll just get it done today. What's your first name? And they'll tell you, be like, oh, is this a contract? I need to think about it. Like, all of a sudden the objection flows because they don't want to sign up yet. So expect to know. But like this gives you a lot of guidance on where you need to go when you're always closing. You can always ask for the deal when in doubt, okay? Now, pro tip, okay, how many of you guys have, rookies, raise your hand if you've done Grit University. Okay, how many of you guys know what the closes are? How many of you guys have read through the closes or seen the objections followed by a close? It's in Grit University. It's module 3. You're able to download the PDF of all of the objections and then what people are saying to close, okay? So my word of advice is memorize the closes and stick to the same first close, guys. Mine is always the garage close. Yeah, garage is normally $50. While I'm here, I'm throwing it in for free. Do you want the garage done? I always do that. It's my first close, okay? And if you need at least 4 of them memorized, okay? My first blitz, that picture was actually from my first blitz in Mira in November. I literally had a week of training maybe before I went out, and I only knew 4 closes. And that's all you need to know. You can just rinse and repeat those 4 closes. So these are my 4 closes. I go inside or just outside. I spam this a lot. I'm like, come on, try me out. Come on, come on, come on. And guys, they buy. They buy. They love the energy. And then do you want the garage or just the outside? Does that sound good? Simple. And guys, how many rounds can I go and rinse and repeat these? Unlimited. I'm Mr. Unlimited, okay? I can go unlimited rounds and just rinse and repeat these and ask the same question over and over again. Does that make sense? Perfect. Okay, so another pro tip, okay? Tell me why it's important to go to the backyard. Somebody. This is not, we've done this. Who's watched Brock Reeves' Backyard Freestyle? Perfect. Why do we go backyard? Christian.
If you're in their backyard, they can't boot you off their porch. They have to walk you through the gate, through the front yard, and that time you can keep going.
Yeah, guys, no doors to shut you out. How hard is it going to be for you to keep going when the door slams in your face? Extremely hard, okay? So what do? You get away from the door. So literally get anywhere but the front porch. Walk away, show them bugs, go somewhere but the front porch, okay? Now, also important word of advice, Brock told us this, is friends are in the backyard, strangers are in the front. How sussed out would you guys be if the postman just was in your backyard one day? You'd be like, whoa, something's going on, it's kind of fishy. Guys, strangers don't go to the backyard. Or strangers don't go to the backyard. Friends go to the backyard. So when you're going yard, guys, all the walls drop and you're able to negotiate and have a real conversation in their backyard. So you always go yard, okay? You can also see more of the house, guys. When you're in the backyard, okay, do you think wasps are biased on where they lay a nest? Are they like, yo, front yard only, guys, no backyard? No, they don't care. So what does that mean is like, guys, there's gonna be wasps, there's gonna be spider webs, there's gonna be ant piles in the backyard, okay? So you go backyard to get all of that information so you have way more to twist and rack on. You're making the important things, like you're finding more value when you go back there, okay? And now an expert needs to see anything, okay? Last 2 weeks ago, they're asking who took their car to the dealership. Guys, how sus would it be if I walked in, dropped my car off, they're like $1,800. You haven't even seen my car. $1,800, man. You're not buying. Guys, an expert needs to see everything. They need to understand what you're like providing value, understand what they're fixing. If you don't know what you're fixing, man, you're just quoting and swinging and missing. Does that make sense? Can we get clarity? Cool. Guys, going yard allows you to learn way more about a person. Do they have kids? Do they have dogs? Do they like barbecuing? Do they like lounging outside? Are they big into plants and landscaping? Guys, those are all things you can twist on, and I promise, for a person that has kids, do you think they're worried about their landscaping, the aphids eating up their plants? No, their kids already torched their plants. I already know. So it's like, guys, I'm able to twist on the wasps. I'm able to twist on the fire ants in the yard. Like, find the things that they know you have value in and twist on them, okay? That makes sense. We get a yes. Perfect. So here's the perfect example. Caden, my brother, okay? This is literally a picture of Caden sniping a picture of a customer as he's in their garage, okay? It's perfect. So he's in the garage. Do you think this is an easy layup? Do you use the garage for storage or parking? They're standing in it. She's like, oh, it's parking. You know, my car's out right now. And he goes, cool. Love that. Normally the garage costs an additional $50, but since I'm here today, I'm throwing it in for free. Would you want the garage done too or just the house? Now I want to like take a moment real quick. Guys, when I'm asking this, am I going to be like, do you want the garage done too or kind of just the house? No, I'm like, do you want the garage done too or just the house? Guys, I'm confident. Confident sales. This is an energy thing, okay? Now on top of that, Caden's in the garage. Do you think she's going to shut the garage on Caden? Unless Caden's coming inside, she's not shutting the garage. So guys, going away from the front door allows you to go unlimited rounds and rack and negotiate and do all those things. So get away from a front door. Get away from it. I promise. And I promise if you're doing things right, middle of the day, you're going to be like, man, I'm tired. I wonder why. I need a 5-hour energy. I need an energy drink. I need something. Because you've been running up people's doorsteps all day long. I know you're riding a Segway. That's great. But like, dude, I'm going up and down stairs. I'm like actually killing myself. Cap. Perfect. So.
Kyle, real quick. Comment?
Yep.
Guys, so like we won't go over it tonight, but with this principle Kyle is talking about going yard, that you will get trained on how to do that. For those of you guys who haven't sold before, a lot of times you're gonna do it in the service, right? And so we've learned the last 3 weeks of how to set things up for the close. That's gonna be a massive part of it, is learning how to go yard. That's how we talk about it. It's going yard, right? Going yard and hitting dingers. You can't hit dingers if you don't go yard, and you're not gonna have as much ammo if you stay right there on the front porch. So I think the invitation, right? Like, commit now when you get trained on how to go yard, do that. Like, be that guy or gal that goes yard on every door possible, because if you do, you're just gonna have such higher odds in closing, like Kyle's talking about. But you got to commit to doing that now, right? Like when you're out there, like you just said, it's like he's he's busting his butt all day long, running all over the place, but like he has so much more of a view of the home, so closing is just going to be way, 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 way easier. So.
Yeah, perfect. I love that. Love that. Cool. So, quick check for understanding. Somebody answer this. Why do we close? Noah said it earlier. I called it out. What happens if you don't close? Somebody answer this, please. They're not going to say yes themselves. Guys, even if there's a ton of interest, even if this girl really likes you, she's never going to go out with you if you don't ask. She's not, okay? So, you never get the deal without asking for it. Bars, okay? Now, this is something, I listened to this on my way out to summer, okay? Closophobia by Drew Hansen. Guys, it's on NZ. It's a great watch. It literally teaches you not to lollipop. Just ask for the deal. It's way easy. They're probably going to say no anyway, so just get it out of the way. They're going to say no, so just get it out of the way and ask for the deal, okay? If you have time, watch it. If not, you have to watch it before the summer. I'm like making it mandatory. Like this is probably one of the best trainings we have at the grid. Okay, what happens after you close? They say no. Okay, so we're going to pivot away from dating for 2 seconds because no means no, guys. Understood? Thank you. Okay, so always expect the no, but you'll always get an objection, okay? Guess how many fights in the UFC are won within the first round? Does anyone have a guess? One in the first round? 20%. 20% of your fights in the UFC are won in the first round. So it's probably going to be less than that on the doors, guys. You're going to war. You're going to battle. Okay, like you are not going to get a lot of people to just say yes in the first round. And if you are getting that, it's because you're only getting the laydowns. You have to get scrappy, okay? So be ready to go to the rounds, guys. We have something called RAC-ing in Grit University. Okay, it's resolve, twist, ace, close. Okay? Resolve, twist, ace, close, okay? So, in order to go the rounds, what do you probably have to have memorized? You probably have to know how to overcome objections, right? Okay, guys, there's literally every objection you're going to hear this summer and the response in Grit University. Is that a cheat code or what? Guys, how many of you guys have sold more than Brock, Drew, Seeger? None of us. Guys, what they're saying works. So if you just commit to memorizing this, man, you guys are signing up for a free $40,000. Literally. Just commit to memorizing these things, okay? Your ability to negotiate sets your ceiling of how many deals you are capable of selling in a day, week, or summer. Guys, do you think I got all 755 people to tell me yes in the first round? No. Guys, most of them went past 5 rounds. Pros in the crowd. Anyone sold over 500K? How many rounds are you normally going before they sign? Somebody can yell it out. 5. Guys, 5. You're going at least 5 rounds on most of these deals. They're going to say no to you 4 times before they say yes. So like just knowing that, those are guys that have sold elitely. Do you think we need to get this memorized today? Yes. Say it with me. Yes. Thank you. So first thing you should go do, go to Grit University. It's in Module 3. It was supposed to be on there. It's in Module 3. It's a PDF. Download it and just start rinsing and repeating those. Okay? So these are common excuses, guys. I need to talk to my wife. And Tyson will cover this in depth more next week because he's over the objections. But like these are your common objections, okay? I need to talk to my spouse. I'm not ready. I want to think about it. I want to do my research. We aren't seeing bugs. I don't like contracts. Come back tomorrow. Leave a card. Okay. Knowing this, guys, I'm telling you right now, if you commit to what Dallin said last week in memorizing pricing, do you guys think they want me to come back tomorrow if they know what they're signing up for? No. And I can double down on, hey, my trucks are here today. Like, I'm getting this done today. Do you think I can come back tomorrow if I said that in my pricing? No. Guys, you can eliminate half of these objections if you just do the pricing right. Like, guys, I know a lot of people oversaw, they're like, oh, pricing, I'll memorize it. Like, guys, that has a lot of value in you not having to go rounds. okay? And you getting higher contract values. It's just you overcoming it before it's even there, okay? So, like, I'm not ready. I want to think about it. Come back tomorrow, leave a card, or not real if you just framed correctly. Not even kidding, okay? I'm telling you, you're probably going to get an extra 50 to 100 deals this summer if you just overcame that the right way, okay? So, RAC method, okay? So this is an example of I want to think about it, guys. Resolve, completely eliminate their concern as an objection. So, totally, like I said, I'm just getting everyone done on the same day as my trucks, while my trucks are here, so I can keep the route efficient, okay? I resolved it. Like, guys, I'm here today. I know you want to think about it, but I'm here today. That's why there's a good deal, okay? Twist, guys. In the service, like Seeger said last week, okay? You're not now all of a sudden going, oh, and let me bring up the ants, spiders, wasps. Like, guys, we created the need and met the need way earlier. It was in the service. So when I'm able to go back to it and twist on it, that is where you're going to be able to get a lot of value and a lot of urgency because you already know what's important to them. You had created the need and met the need. Now all of a sudden you can just remind them, you're like, yo, you guys already have these ants inside by the door, and if you wait, they'll just move in farther. Guys, there's a consequence. Like, we're twisting on it. If you don't get this done today, it's only going to get worse. So you're twisting on it. And then from there, something you include to add value or sweeten the deal. Make it hurt. Make them be like, oh, man, if I don't do this today, I'm missing out. Man, I really need to think about getting this done right now, okay? So I'll tell you what. If I can get you done today with the rest of your neighbors, I'll go ahead and throw in the garage for completely free. It's normal an extra $50. Guys, I cannot stress this enough. Not to throw my wife under the bus because she's here. We probably spend way too much on Amazon. If Reagan called me and was like, hey, we need to spend $1,000 this month, which it's not even $1,000 a month. It's $80 a month if it's a $1,000 contract. If Reagan called me at work, $80 a month, I'd be like, Reagan, what's going on? Like, is somebody holding you hostage, $80? What are we talking about? Just sign up. Guys, Reagan signed up for pest control while I was out selling. We don't even use Mira. We use a different company that stopped by because we're just buyers. Guys, people are buyers. They want to buy. So it doesn't matter. You don't need the husband to verify. Guys, just like get the deal signed up, okay? And then don't wait for them to say yes, guys. A lot of the time you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be like, yeah, but let me talk about, oh, but like the ants in the kitchen. And then you're going to see their like lights go up and you're going to be like, I'm not going to close them because it's awkward. No, just close. Just ask for it. Worst case scenario, they say no again, and guess what? Guys, they say no again, you just roll again. You overcome the next objection. So next you ask for the close. Do you guys have a 2 or 3 car garage? Cool. Do you want the inside of the garage done or just the outside? Should be like, oh, you know what? My husband would appreciate it if I got the inside done. Chill. Sign them up. Super easy. Yeah. So here's the spousal cues. I'm going to give you an example. So totally, I'm sure if the wife is like the neighbor's wives, then she probably doesn't have a favorite bug, right? Haha. Yep. And then he goes, and these spiders by the porch just move inside as it heats up. There's the twist. Ace, to be honest, the main thing your wife will love is that it's warranted. So if she sees any bugs in between treatments, she can call us and we'll come and retreat it for free. I'll put you down for the 5 o'clock spot. Come on, try me out. Come on, try me out. Come on, you'll like it, I promise. Okay? Guys, do you think I'm screwed if she says no? No. Guys, he's gonna be like, no, I need to talk to my wife. Guys, you wanna know what's so funny about this? I love this objection. This is probably my favorite objection in the book. They go, yeah, I need to talk to my wife. Get to the end, ask for the 5 o'clock spot, try me out. He's gonna be like, no, I really need to talk to my wife. I'm like, totally, dude. Like I said, what's your wife's name? He's like, Annabelle. I'm like, oh my goodness, I've never met an Annabelle that doesn't love me, okay? Annabelle does not like bugs. Every Annabelle I've met also doesn't like bugs. So let's do this, man. If you're willing to try me out, I'll take an extra $50 off. Guys, half the time you're just resolving a concern. It's not an objection. You're just resolving a concern. So I didn't even have to price drop on the first one. Okay, but then she brought it up again, so I made it hurt, and I dropped $50. It's crazy. It's not math. It's not like really hard. I'm just like, yo, $50 off. Let's do it. Come on, try me out. Annabelle's going to love me, bro. I promise. Not as much as you, but she'll love me. I promise. And it goes. It's bars, dude. They like me. They're like, all right, yeah, let's do it. Why not? $1,000 for the year, $70 a month. It's chill. Yeah? Does that make sense?
Kyle, real quick. Guys, I just want to double tap. If he's dropping sauce right now, make some noise for him, huh? Let's hear it for Kyle. So I just wanted to call out 2 things. One, Guys, like where reps go super, super wrong is they validate the concern or the objection. Okay, so like, he's not even price dropping the first time that they're giving the objection, because like most of the time, it's not a real concern, it's what? It says at the top, it's an excuse. It's an excuse not to do it, right? And so he's gonna resolve it. Yeah, dude, your wife doesn't love the bugs, so you actually don't need to talk to her. And the spiders by your porch, they're just gonna move inside. And to be honest, dude, she's just gonna wanna make sure that she's covered. So if she sees bugs, just tell her to call us, we'll come back for free. I'll put you down for the 5, does that work? And if he brings it up again, then I can actually handle it like a real excuse or objection and like, you know, resolve again and then price drop again. But I'm not gonna loop and ramble and lollipop and lollipop and lollipop. That's the second point, is like, guys, look how simple this is. It's literally 4 sentences. Like he's not rambling. And so if I have all of these flashcards memorized for these common objections, oh dude, I'm gonna be so automatic and no one's gonna be able to phase me with any type of objection. Those are my thoughts.
Yeah, that's literally so accurate, guys. Like, you do not want a lollipop. We call it the rookie uppercut. You do not want to just repeat back and validate their objection. Like, oh, you need to think about it, really, really. And just like, you're just validating that they need to think about it, guys. You just roll it. You're like, yo, like that's, none of the other wives have liked it. So like, how about this? And you work with them, you negotiate, okay? So, pro tip, okay? We call it the do's and don'ts list, okay? So things you should do when you're on the doors and you're negotiating, okay? First is memorize your RAC, guys. Memorize it, because then it's automatic. It makes sense. It's easy. You don't have to think about it. Because, guys, do you think I'm getting deals when I'm confused and trying to throw bars and it doesn't make any sense? No, I got it memorized. Just rinse and repeat it, bro. I don't even have to think about it. It's just in my system. Okay? Revisit the need. Guys, we know if we did it right in the thing, we're able to remind them why they need pest control, why they're even talking to you. Guys, if they wasted 15 minutes of their time, they want to buy. They just need everything resolved. They need all the box checked in their head. Does that make sense? Okay. Next is you need to be confident, guys. You're not slunched over. You're not like, you know what, maybe this gets rid of the ants. Maybe. I'm gonna call my manager real quick. I don't know if we do ants. Okay, like you were just like, yeah, this gets rid of the ants. We're gonna get rid of them. Don't even worry about it, guys. It's super confident. It's a transfer of energy. And then you solve their problem, like most importantly. Guys, I'm not selling on the wasp. I'm not selling on the wasp when the ants is the issue, and I'm not selling on the spiders when the ants is an issue. Okay, I'm like selling on the problem and I'm solving it, okay? Now, don'ts. I can't believe we have to go over this, really. But like, guys, don't get aggressive. Like, believe it or not, people will get aggressive. It's gonna be 7 o'clock, you're gonna be bageling, and the last thing you wanna do is talk to Ken or Karen. I promise, it's like the worst thing at 7 o'clock when you have no deals, you've made no money, you've done volunteer work all day. You're like, oh yeah, I'm not happy with this objection, okay? Next is like, don't burn a bridge. Guys, social media, like next door, Facebook, are like your best friend and also your enemy, okay? So if you piss off Karen, guess who's going to the next door page? Karen. And guess how many doors just shut in your face and they don't come to the door because they know about a solicitor that Karen had to post about because you said some snarky comment. Everyone. Guess who's not opening the door? And then guess who comes to me the next day and goes, Kyle, my hood sucks. My hood, it's so awful, man. I can't go back there. No. Guys, I'm going to go there in a month after you once I let it cool down, and I'm going to sell everybody. And this happens. I'm telling you, guys, it's like the most embarrassing thing when Brock goes behind me and he drops 10 deals. I'm like, yep, that's a problem. That's a problem. So, last thing is don't talk the whole time. Guys, so many times I listen to pitches over the summer. Me and Brock, every night before bed, we're listening to pitches from our guys, okay? And I'm telling you, most of the time, they get to the end, and then they just keep talking. They just keep talking. They call it the lollipop. They're not confident enough to close. I'm like, holy, like, guys, you'll feel it. Like, in the moment, you don't feel it, but you'll listen to your pitch later, and you're like, oh, like, I don't even want to listen to myself. Like, I sound gross. Like, I just keep talking. This guy, I'm, like, losing him. Guys, you will know when the buying temperature's high just from listening to an audio. Do not, just close. Just get through it. They're going to say no, expect it, but also anticipate the yes. Like, we want them to. We want them to buy, okay? Okay, now, check for understanding. Why is negotiation important? Anyone have an answer?
Because nobody says yes on the first try.
Yeah, so you're going to have to negotiate it, but what else? Why else is the negotiation important? Any other answers? Higher contract value is kind of part of it. What else did I hear? What was it? Yeah, I don't even know what you're saying, but we're gonna go yep. Yeah. So why is it important is negotiate, set your ceiling of how many deals you're capable of closing in a day, week, and summer. You have to know how to negotiate, okay? Now, what defines good negotiation? Does anyone have an idea? We're going out too. So write this down. Be automatic. Guys, I cannot stress this point. I've probably said it at least 50 times, and I know you guys are tired of hearing about this RTAC. Like, guys, you need to memorize these. This will make you automatic, and you don't have to think about it anymore. And I promise, like, dude, one of the worst parts of listening to pitches is watching you guys fumble a deal at the very end. You just spent 6 minutes with them. You're in their backyard. You're talking about, like, Julio the dog, for all we know. And then you get to the end, and then they'll throw an objection, and you're like, and they're like, yeah, I'm going inside, bro. Shut the door. And now you're in their backyard alone like the creepo postman. I'm dead serious. So, guys, memorize it so you can negotiate well, okay? That's the only thing you write down from this entire training, like, fine by me, but you need to write this down, okay?
I don't know if this, oh, there we go. Guys, just going back to that, like, this is why I say, like, get through Grit U as fast as possible. Go back one slide. Guys, the rookies who sell the best, and sophomores, right, and vets, they role play and role play and role play and role play and role play, so that when you get out there, you've already role played and practiced that situation 10,000 times, right? So, like, if you don't have Grit U done, get that done this week. Like, same thing, same urgency Kyle has. Get it done this week and have the whole pitch memorized from start to close. It is not hard. Like, you can not be good at school or math or anything and memorize the pitch. Like, memorize the pitch as soon as possible and start to get these RTAC responses memorized as soon as possible, and that's what will make you hit the ground running. Literally nothing else. Like, you can come to these trainings all the time and you can do hard things, but, like, guys, if you don't have it memorized, you will kind of be effed. Like, get it memorized and role play, role play, role play, role play.
Yeah, and just to, like, put it more frank, guys, like, you will feel like a dumbass when your buddy made $40,000 and you didn't, because he had it memorized and you didn't. Like, guys, if I told you right now you're gonna make 40 grand if you memorized all that, how many of you guys that I know are rookies that have no money, because I've been in your shoes, okay, are doing that tonight? Raise a hand, put your hands up. If I don't see everyone's hands up, you're tweaked, okay? Your daddy's money, I believe it, okay? $40,000 if you memorize a pitch. I'm literally sitting there all night long for 8 hours to memorize a pitch when I had $0, okay? So, lock-in, dead serious, okay? So, last and most importantly, guys, is I seem like super aggressive up here because I'm passionate about it. I'm not super aggressive, I promise, okay? But, guys, like, they want to know you, okay? And what that means is, like, guys, authenticity is, like, super detectable. Guys, how many, like, I'm telling you right now, you don't know it because most of you guys are rookies, but, like, you will know when you're feeling sketchy because you're doing sketchy things, okay? And that sounds, like, self-explanatory, but, like, a lot of the time you're doing sketchy things because you're not confident. You don't know the pitch. And you're not trying to do it, but you just don't sound like you don't know what you're talking about. You barely know your company. You don't even know what we do, and you're asking for my credit card? Out. No soliciting, bro. Out of my neighborhood. I'm calling the cops. That happens. Guys, be authentic. Be you. Be happy. Like, have fun out there. This job is fun because we work outside. We get vitamin D all summer long. We get really bad farmer's tans, but it's chill. It's chill. But, like, guys, we're out there. We're having fun, so, like, be you, okay? And it's going to be a lot easier to be you when you have this memorized. It's going to be a lot easier, okay? Because you're not overthinking things. You're not acting sketchy. You just know what you're talking about. And then let me tell you, if you know what you're talking about, you're able to kind of, like, have fun with the pitch and talk to people like humans because you know what you're talking about. I'm not even kidding. So memorize, memorize, memorize. Somebody get a counter. I said this like 9 times now, okay? Memorize this, okay? So be coachable, okay? Every day of the summer, I'm telling you, if you ask, every one of the managers here wants you to be successful and be in this as long as we're in this, okay? But you're not going to be in it as long as we are if you're not coachable and you don't want to succeed. So what that means is, guys, record your pitches. Like, I'm not even kidding. Put your phone in your pocket, audio message or audio it, and just, like, let your manager listen to it the night After, they'll text you in the morning because they probably listened to it the night before, and they'll fix that one thing a day until you're just slinging bug juice. You're just slinging bug juice, okay? So actually be coachable, but also allow your manager to like take control and like fix your pitch, okay? So lastly is be confident in yourself, guys. I don't get people to sign up spamming, come on, come on, come on, come on, because I'm annoying. It's because they like me, and it's my personality. I'm like, come on, you're gonna love it. Susan loves me, come on, let's go. And then I'm like, listen, look, Julio, sit if you want it. Julio sits. I'm like, yeah, Julio wants it too. Like, guys, you can mess around and have fun. So like, but you need to know what you're doing in order to do that, okay? So, principles to success, guys, is interest without closing equals no deals. You're not gonna get any deals to sign themselves up, okay? Second, anywhere but the front porch, okay? Get away from the doors. Get away. They can't shut the door on you in the yard. They can't shut the door on you on the side yard. Get away from the front door. Next, you will get told no unlimited times. So continue to pitch after multiple rejections or no's, okay? Just keep rolling. Just keep rolling, okay? We aren't fazed by that stuff, okay? Memorize the RAC system. 10? I think we're up to 10 now. We're up to 10 times, okay? Next, be confident, guys. Like, have fun, be you, be confident. But in order to do that, once again, have this memorized, okay? I want everyone to have fun this summer, guys. And I promise the videos you're gonna get this summer of you just messing around out there are gonna be priceless. We still look back on them from my rookie year, sophomore year. So like, go have fun, but also we're out there to make money, okay? Now we're opening it up to questions.
Let's get up for Kyle real quick, huh? Come on. Okay, really quick, Kyle, really quick, I will tee us off. Guys, we've got about 7 minutes, so let's try to be brief. We'll probably take 3 or 4 questions. So, guys, like Kyle, you were a 5th year last year?
4th.
You're a 4th year, going into your 5th year. So you did 3 summers, and in your best summer ever, you did 255K, and then in one summer, you tripled.
Yep.
I don't think that you got like 3 times better than the pitch. But could you just speak to like the energy that went into this summer? If Kyle's energy tonight has been incredible, make some noise for him, huh? Come on. We gotta love it. But yeah, if you could just speak to like what went into it, like blood, sweat, tears, like the heart that you poured into this summer in comparison to previous summers, like why, how'd you 3X? And then guys, like this, your questions could be, you know, anything we've gone over, because he went over so much tonight, right? And so like, that's why we're doing another training next week. Tyson's will be super different, but down like the same path in a way. So if there are questions about, right, the RTAC system or objections or closing, like, guys, Kyle is literally one of the best in the whole entire United States at doing this, at this job. So yeah, coming back to my question, you 3X'd, how is the energy input different than in previous summers?
Yeah, so I'm gonna do my best to cover all those points. But like, first off, guys, like, and this is not gonna be the same for everyone, but like, I literally left, I like ruined, in the nicest way possible, like leaving your last company, like this turns into an emotional attachment. You're living with your friends, usually in the off season and during the season. So like, guys, when I left, I looked like an idiot. I looked like an idiot. Okay? I had basically all the bells and whistles you could ask for, and I still left. Okay? So like, first off, my back was against the wall, and like me and my wife were on the same page that like, this has to be done. Like, this is the only option. So like, first off, like, I wanted it more than I didn't want it. Like, I just wanted it. Everyone could tell I wanted it, and I wasn't going home. Like, first off, like, I wanted it. Chill. Relay. Echoing that. I wanted it. So like, guys, I wanted it, but also like, there's so many little things that like we can't cover in an hour session that like actually have like very big impact on your pitch. Like doing perfect pricing. Like, guys, an extra 50 deals in a summer for me is like huge. That's huge. It's huge for everyone in here. So it's like, guys, there's little things in the detail that if you just start to pay attention and you become a student of this game, you're gonna get so much better. But also it's like, you just have to want it. I can't want it for you. Brock can't want it for you. Drew can't want it for you. You have to want it. And that's going to be the difference from the guys that quit in the first 2 weeks and the guys that make it through the whole summer. Yeah? Did I answer the question, Drew? Other questions?
Let's take a couple more questions for Kyle, and then I'll ask one to close it out.
Why are you laughing? Kyle, tell us about where all the confidence comes from, bro. Is it the pearly whites? Is it all your guys? Like a little bit of both?
Yeah, work with guys you love is like the first thing, but also that you're confident in. Like, I like am super confident that Brock is like a great leader, and like the guys I was out in market with are great leaders. So like I was able to just kind of adapt super well. Now also like affirmations sound dumb, but like the entire summer, I made sure I smiled because I got great teeth. I did not do 4 years of braces to have shit teeth. So I love my teeth. That's what he's saying, guys. So, like, find things that you love about yourself and play into it. Guys, I'm kind of a goof. I'm like a 7 out of 10 good looking, but I scored a 10 out of 10. Round of applause for that. But like, guys, like be super confident in you. And I promise like those type of things people feel because you're authentic and they want to be around you. And then that creates deals, okay? Great question. Next question. Who else got a question? I'm going right here.
How did you get away from the front door and inside?
I'm going to keep this brief, but I would say 2 things. One is you're going to learn this either in the next couple weeks or during the summer. It's kind of hard to role play me walking away from a front door when I don't have a door. But you literally just walk away. Like it's called the walk of faith. You're just like, yeah, dude. And you probably saw like the ants over here and you just start walking. And guys, like people are like, believe it or not, they just want to follow confident people. So I'll take like, we've had competitions during the summer where who could get the person the farthest from the front door. And like we were like neighbor's property. Like we're just like wandering. And people will follow you. You just have to like be confident. So that's like a different training. I won't get too deep onto that, but like get your manager to train you on it and he'll like cover those details.
Okay, let's do 2 more questions. There's one back here, Hayden. There's one back here. And then Hayden will do yours and then I'll end it. Oh, Spencer Bay, we'll go with you too, and then we'll be done.
Spencer's going first.
When you're closing like 5+ times, does it ever get like awkward? And if it does, how do you not get awkward?
Yeah, guys, I promise that is such a head thing, and like you're gonna feel like you're being awkward by closing a bunch of times. But like really, if you're doing it the right way, there's 2 things that'll happen. One is you're keeping the mood light because you're just resolving their concerns. These aren't objections, they're concerns that they just need like covered. And if you can cover those concerns, do you think they're mad that I'm giving them the information they're asking for? No, they're not. So there's a couple things you gotta do. A, don't get aggressive. Like I put that up there. You will get aggressive when the same objection comes again. You're gonna be like, oh, thought I covered that. No, you didn't answer the question well enough. So it's like, don't get aggressive, be personable, and like just feel like you just have to believe you're just answering their questions. If you're doing those things and you're like actually throwing punches, we call it punches that land, and like actually like talking about things that are important to them, dude, I can go unlimited. Like I'm not even kidding. I've gone like 14 rounds to minimums and they still sign. And it happens. And you're just like, yep, great. Money is better than no money. So great.
Okay, we've got a question back here, and then Hayden, you can ask yours, and then we'll end with a question that I have for Kyle. Okay.
What was your process for memorizing your RACs?
Mine was a little different because I literally signed on and went on the mirror migration a week later. So I had a week to memorize all these objections, negotiations. It was like crazy. So first what I did is like I would listen to pitches. So like Enzi was like probably my best friend. Like they have so many pitches for you to just like get sauce is what I call it. Like there's so many different things you can say to people and there's like not a right answer. So like what I will tell you is like go with what does work. So that I guess there is a right answer. Go listen to Enzi, listen to people's pitches. And then also like we didn't have this resource last year, but like if I had all the objections written down in Grit University, I would just go read those over and over and over and over again. And I'd probably ask the person I'm role playing with. I did a lot of role plays because my brother does sales with me, so I was able to role play with him. Dude, just give him like 5, print out the sheet, give him 5 random objections, and he just rolls them. 5, dude, that gives you a full pitch. He just has them in his hand. That's what I would do.
Okay, last question from the crowd. We got Hayden right here.
I was out with Kyle during the Rumble. So it's August 20th. I don't know if you had 1 or 0 deals one day. It was not a good day. The majority of the team's going home. You're at like 500K. You told everybody you're going to golden door. So what keeps you out there, and how do you like reset for the next day to keep going?
Yeah.
So I guess 2 questions.
Yeah, no, that's good. So yeah, I was at 575, 580K at the end of the Rumble. I had 170K to go, which at the pace I was going, that was like a month and a half. Okay? And I knew the deadline, like they set the deadline for October 11th, and I was like, I have to be done before October 11th. So I like set the date. I was done October 11th. Like I just got to happen. Last day, 10 accounts, I made it happen. So, dude, there's a lot that goes into that. So like I'm telling you right now, I can't tell you what keeps you out there because you just don't know. Like there's gonna be like one day, Radioactive by Imagine Dragons is your fuel, and then the next day it's your wife, and then the next day it's Brock, and then the next day it's your parents, and then it's the next day. It's like, you don't know what the next day brings, but all you need to know is that you're confident enough to get through it. Like I just pushed. Like every single day I get to my area, park my car by myself, sit there. I'm like, I can't believe it's September 30th, and I'm sitting here almost done, okay? So it's like, you just have to figure out what motivates you, and for me, Clash Royale. I know it sounds goofy, but that's like my thing. Play a little Clash Royale, call my wife. She tells me that I'm fine. She gives me the hard truth of like, I can't come home yet, and then I'm out. And then I'm out, and I go sell, and I promise, like you're after 5 doors, by raise of hands, if you knock 5 doors, are you usually back in your flow state? Yes, you're just like, dude, you're just rolling. You're just rolling after 5 doors. So just get out of your car. That's like the biggest advice I have, is just figure out how to get out of your car.
Okay, last question, Kyle, and thanks for blessing us with so much knowledge. We'll do this last question, and then we'll do the raffle, and then I think food should be arriving right now. So Kyle, you and Zach Rose ran a 50-man bomb squad in Seattle this year. And so it was a lot of guys. So your average rookie earnings was $51K. And so you have seen rookies, which is the majority of this crowd, go out and win. And you were a part of preparing the top earning rookies potentially in the industry. And it wasn't 1 or 2, it was a 50-man team. So that's like extremely rare. And so why don't you speak to and answer the question and speak to the rookies. Why did your rookies do so well? And what can these rookies do from today until when they knock their first door? What real practices can they bring into place that they will see the same type of results that you helped your rookies to achieve? Why did your rookies do so well so that the rookies in the crowd can hear what it's going to take to go out and have such high earnings?
Yeah. No, man. Okay. Oh, that's a loaded question, Brock. Okay, so remind me of the first point, and then I know the answer for the second point.
Yeah, just you had high-earning rookies, and this is a crowd of rookies. So how can they go out and experience, high earnings as well? They have 3 more months to prepare. What did your rookies do to get ready to go and earn like that?
Yeah.
And what made them special?
Yeah. I think there's a couple of things. And like the coolest part about this is none of my rookies live near the grid. None of them. And the reason that's important is because all my guys just drove 2 hours to get here or more. So like, if you're not willing to drive 2 hours, like you're lost, buddy. So like what I will tell you is like my guys, and I'm not gonna like take credit for it. It was just like they knew the system and they worked it because they asked questions and they knew. Like all my guys, most of my guys are in the front row. Raise your hand, everyone. Yeah, most of my guys right here were rookies last year. We also did not have a golden door on our team, so nothing against Allen, but we didn't skew our averages because we had a golden door rookie. So $51,000 with just like above average, but like no skewed averages is what I'll tell you, okay? So basically what they did is, and correct me if I'm wrong in the crowd, so like I know like every one of them, like Brett did a lot of one-on-ones with Blaine before the summer. That was like a big thing. I know Trevor, Tanner, and Porter would set up slides, and they also pre-recorded voice memos. Is that right? And then they would literally click play and just repeat, like it was just randomized. It didn't have like labels. Click on a voice memo, click play, and they would just like repeat the rack back to the recording on their phone. So they just didn't know what to expect. They just could play on an audio recording and roll through it, okay? So that's another thing I know they did. Also, they were on every Tuesday night training. Every single one of them. All of them took this very seriously. They all signed on in like January. So like literally right around this time, so the same amount of time. My best rookie made $150,000. So that's super sick. But like all those guys are like not living next to the grit. They're not getting secret sauce. But like what they did do is they asked for help. And then they also like took it into their own hands to be accountable for their own earnings. Because at the end of the day, dude, it's like we are completely byproducts of how much effort we put into it. So just make sure you're putting in the most amount of effort into this job.
Let's give it up for Kyle Ring, huh? All right, one more time as he walks off. If you learned something tonight, please make some noise and don't be quiet. Brock, where you at? Can I get you up here? All right, guys, really quick. We got the raffles. Jimmy John's is in the kitchen. It's pre-blessed. We pre-bless our food for the year, Grit, so it's all ready to go. So we got more. We got more added. We've got the virtual raffle winner. Let me just do that first. I remember his last name. Can't remember his first name. So really quick, Brock, maybe hold this up with me. And maybe take a few steps up the steps because I'm really short. We got this super dope, I don't know if it's branded on the front. You got a building brick on the back. Great Yeti cooler. We got one, there's a Segway in there. No, I'm just kidding. Segway raffle's coming later. We've got one going to the virtual winner. And our virtual winner is Owen Woodle. Let's go. Let's go. If you, hey, make some noise for Owen. Come on. Owen Woodle. He's our virtual raffle winner. Great Yeti cooler. Owen, Brooke Jensen will reach out to you on Slack and find your address, and we'll get that shipped to you. Now we got for people in person. So first we got this Grit fleece. It's super dope, nice and warm, real cozy. We got a Grit lanyard, and we're starting to sprinkle more and more. Shout out our creative team, huh? And then we got one of our coolest pieces. They gave these out on our company trip when we went to Cancun. We got Grit playing cards, and they're nice playing cards. So for any casual poker night, you will be dialed. Okay, really quick, let's go first raffle. Can I get a drum roll?
Eight, 9, 7. Hold up, what?
Turn it over. There you go.
Yeah. We got Cam Cox.
All right, come on down, Cam. Where you at? Cam Cox. We're going to start doing these at the end, so if he left, that sucks to suck. Is he gone? Cam Cox, is he here? Is he here? Okay. I don't think Brock pronounced it incorrectly, so he should be dialed. All right, let's go one more.
Okay.
You can't look, bro. Don't be looking at my... Goodness. Goodness. Okay.
We got Zach Heyer.
Zach Heyer, where you at? Zach Heyer, where you at? There he is. Brother, congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Okay, guys, we got this guy Brock keeps peeking into the pot. I'm not looking. Okay, I need a loud drum roll for this one. For the Yeti cooler right now, right here. Let me hear it, let me hear it, come on.
We got Boone Orton.
Where you at, Boone? Where you at, Boone? Let's give it up for Boone, huh?
That's a manly name.
Okay, guys, Jimmy John's is in the gym. Chair racks are right here. Please pick up after yourselves. Go get some food. And please, please, please drive safe. We'll see you next Tuesday.